Hey, I'm ElusiveKev, welcome back to Baja, Edge of Control HD. As the last time out, we continued our winning streak in the mini truck leagues. Let's see if we can continue in the progressive primetime league with 5 races beginning at the Lone Wolf Canyon track and the Yundi Salt Flats environment. So we are with the bully, the Hummer, hoping to continue our run as he gets a good start away on this 2-lap race. So this is the longer circuit, if I remember correctly. They're going a bit slow on the outside. It's going very wide, just about clinging on to the bank as you saw. We're up to 4th. And it's a very tight circuit as well. You only got really one line, because we're right next to the other line. Let's try and build the speed up towards 100 miles per hour. Don't go into the start-finish line. That's always useful. To get down to 3rd gear, catching on Chris Hoffman. Get out of here. Got Bryce Yarborough in front. Trying to use the bang, and oh, Hoffman! Getting his balls out. Trying to smack us into the scenery. Just about hold on. Giving some of his treatment back. And they get into the podium places. This is what we're looking to do in this league. In the previous couple of leagues in this class, we've been a bit up and down. That was almost down. That was Hoffman back by. Got David Binns behind us as well, as now we go on to the white stuff, the Salt Flats. Oh, it looks like they've slowed down in front as well. We can go for the lead alongside Yarborough and take it. Hummer power. Looking beautiful. But in the previous championships in this class, we've been very up and down. Started slowly in the first one and rose to the top. And we started quickly in the last championship, last episode. But then we're a bit rubbish near the end, so we're not going to just be consistent in this championship. And this is a good start. There's almost a 3-second lead already. So we barely lifted through that section, just about keeping it on the right track. Let's keep it in 4th gear, use that bank in the turn, the Hummer. As there goes the engine already. Luckily we still got the repair, the mechanics coming up, so we can definitely fix that on the way. If our opponents are like the last championship, they won't fix anything, so we just keep repairing our stuff, we'll win races by default. Let's go through the mud. Beautiful environment, do love this track despite it being very tight. It's got Alicia Looney behind us. As there goes the tyres and brakes. And there goes the shocks just in time to be repaired. Look at that perfect pit stop. And go. So he dropped down to 5th. Oh, 6th. Anthony barges his way by. But we are fully repaired until we have to take that on the last lap. Use the bank there. Oh. How have we not flipped this thing? Too much weight to keep up, right, isn't it? Because they're very slow in front. Look at that, almost 5 right over the top of the mound there. Get it down to 3rd, as in it's like Anthony's been slowed up by Chris Hoffman. Of course, the troublemaker. Has almost flipped it there. I was just saying hi to everyone, and it's like... Got 2 carried away there. Trying to get past Hoffman. Our arch nemesis. As he's trying to get into 3rd, it looks like. As you finish the opening lap. Just 1 to go. Get out of the way, Anthony. What the hell are you doing? You've got a lowrider there. You shouldn't be in this race. Oh no! We've got a high flyer. We shouldn't be in this race. Cut the track. That's a bit of an understatement, I think. As now we've got Ted trying to push us off, like Hoffman on the previous lap. Get out of here, Ted. I said get out of here. There we go, back into 7th. We've got Barry in front. So we probably can't win this race, but at least aim for a top 5 podium. Just like I say, that everyone's slowing down in front. To get down the inside of Anthony again. So we do make it by and don't fly into space. Up into 5th, we've got Chris Hoffman in front, very slow. We did have David Binns next to us. He may be in Mexico now. So we're down to 5th. After adventures. We're still just off the lead. As Anthony once again says hi to us. We're saying hi back. As there goes the tyres and brakes already on this lap. That's not a good sign. Considering how the Hummer fed our partner last lap. So right behind Igor. Now we've got Chris Hoffman in this side. Looney is still leading. We go side to side. Going around the outside. Trying to push us wide. Come on, Hummer. Trying to push us. Trying to flip us over, Hoffman. Get out of here, Hoffman. As there goes the engine. I've never been so side to side with someone for such an extended stretch. Oh, we cut the track. What? We followed the track. We were going down the inside. As there goes the Shops and Clutch. So we're down to 4th. You win this battle, Hoffman, but you won't win the war. As he is going a bit slow in front. Giving Igor a nice nudge. Get out of here, Hoffman. That wasn't worth it, was it? As that's just allowed Igor into 2nd. We're still behind Hoffman as well. Oh, are we? This is a full contact sport, remember? Plus, we don't mind leaving a few doors in the desert. It's almost onto the other track. Oh, it does the cut back on Igor. Nice move, Hummer. Not nice is going over the jump and Gunwall's going into the scenery. But we're battling for 2nd. We've got battling for a podium. With Igor. Doesn't mind. Oh, he's burst our engine. Well done, Igor. Doesn't mind getting off my door. Maybe we can catch up to Looney, who's leading. But we need repairs. And then we'll only have quarter of a lap remaining after that. Maybe not enough time to catch up. That's if we need repairs. Let's see if they go for repairs. Let's get out of the way. No, we're not going for repairs then. And it's like Igor trying to go for the win. No, Igor. As he's still got a top 5 that is all together in it. It's like there's a bit of a gap to 6th. But it's like Looney slowed down. Hummer has finally decided to flip over. So he dropped behind Chris Hoffman. Dropped behind Anthony. We've got no speed in our Hummer. Come on, got to get the momentum going again. This like engine is just spluttering, just wants this to end. I'm not surprised, to be honest. As you only got one corner to go, I think. Come on, let's at least get 4th. Come on, Hummer. You can do this. Actually, I'd be surprised if you hold on to 5th with this speed. Bloody hell. I could get out and push this quicker. As in, it's like we are going to finish in 5th in the end. After a pretty eventful race. I think I'd take that. Should have been a podium, though. So he messed that up. As Igor wins ahead of Looney and Chris, Anthony, Bryce, David, Ted and Barry at the back. So some things don't change with Barry right at the back. So let's see what we can do on the 2nd race, the Dusty Valley track around the Coconut Island. Hopefully a bit cleaner. This is our beast lining up at the back for this 3-lap race. I'm already ahead of Barry. He's got Ted in front. I'm trying to pick an inside line here. Which comes the outside. Look at this crazy environment. So it looks like Anthony was a bit slow. They were trying to push us off. Good cut back, and it's like actually Chris Hoffman slowed down there. So we're up into 4th. Right behind Bryce. Once again running well early. See if we can keep it up for a whole race. And it's like Looney and Eagle are getting away again already. So that is not how you're meant to take a hairpin. But we are up to 3rd ahead of David Binns. Oh, that's a massive jump. Nailed it though. So we really have caught up, and that's the end of the lap. Very short lap. But what a track. I do love this with the undulation. That's all. Looney slowed down. Held up Eagle. So we're going to try and take the lead. We do. Despite Flappy Door, we lead. So we go into the left. I'm trying to think of what track this reminds me of. Being very short and fast. Might be Salzburg Ring I'm thinking of. In Austria. Where touring cars have raced most prominently. That's a spectacular track. Try and take it around the corner, but again we just came to a stop. Got to learn how to take that hairpin. We're ahead of Looney with Alicia as we go on to the final lap. This very short race, just about holding on as the shocks and clutch go. Under a minute that time. The car's now buzzing all over the place. Just wanted to go in a straight line. As now the engine is going. Somehow we're still going. There we go. Let's just go in a straight line, isn't it? It's like Eagles battling for 2nd behind. Look at this, it's gone all low rider on us. We can't repair the vehicle because that's just too much of a waste of time either. We've got to try and hold on. From Alicia. And so we go into the hairpin. Kind of carry momentum around it. There's just one massive jump to go. Landed it. Just one corner to go. We can see the finish in front. We're going through the pits. We're saying hi to our mechanics as we win the 2nd race. Over these, so then Bryce, Eagle off the podium in the end. You've got Anthony, David, Chris, Ted and Barry at the back, of course. So up to 3rd in the championship as we head to the midway point and the Lone Rock track around the Lake Powell environment. So here we are, bit of a different environment. As we've got 4 laps now. This must be a really short track. Looks like it's just 2 corners. So across, start finish line, already up to 2nd in. It's like, was that 3rd? And then it's like Bryce holding it around the outside. To go for the lead alongside Looney, who no doubt is leading the championship. Trying to push us off. Very aggressive. They got a superb run over the jumps, going into the billboards. Once again trying to push us off, but she's over. And she's caused a blockade behind so we can sneak away in the lead. But she's still in 2nd. This feels like a kart track compared to the previous couple of circuits. There we go, we finally got a good straight. Oh, you've got to turn around the tree. There we go. Then we've got to build the momentum back up. But still, she's in 2nd. That's incredible. to go across the start-finish line for the first time. This track is actually longer, time-wise, than the previous one, and that only had 3 laps. To try and make it round corners. Just about managing to do that. We've got Igor in 3rd. And then it's like, oh, Looney has to pit. So now Igor up to 2nd, Anthony in 3rd. Actually, no, they're going like 7 L's out of each other. Or bells out of each other, should I say. Knocking 7 bells out of each other. There we go, I finally got to the scene. But yeah, this is a very tight and twisty circuit. Before it opens up a bit. So no wonder our Hummer is not falling apart just yet. Touch wood. As you go on to the straight bit. Got a couple of jumps. That just about works to go around the tree. Got a battle royale for 2nd in it. So you got 3 guys right on top of each other. As we go into the 2nd half of this race, it's been smooth sailing since our little battle. Looney set a new record. And almost go into the sea. There goes the shocks. That's the only thing, so we don't need to repair anything. But here comes Igor. For the lead. I'm going to try and keep him behind. Get up to 4th. Use the bank in here. Again, under braking. This Hummer, as you would expect, not very good under braking. There we go, that's much better as the tyres and brakes suffer a bit. We are still the just. Looks like Anthony has dropped back. Then there's a bit of a gap to 4th. As there goes the engine now. Come on. We've let Igor win this. Or we get past him immediately. Let's go down the inside into the tree turn. Looks like we have taken back the lead. He's going to defend the inside going into the final corner. And looks like it's done enough as Anthony's really slow behind. As he gone to the final lap. Get down to 2nd. Nice and smooth. Don't need to pit. I think pitting, and then we don't have enough time to catch up to Igor again. And we'll be coming out within that Anthony pack, so the best we could do was 2nd. At least with this, we're giving ourselves a chance for victory. Even if the Hummer's now starting to misbehave slightly. Someone's way at the back. As there goes our sponsor signs. And no! Hummer, what are you doing? As Igor just decides to run into the back of us. So trying to pass us, always a good tactic. As we discovered in the first race. There's no Igor around our outside. Come on, Hummer. Don't fall apart the final stretch again. A race we've led all virtually throughout the whole of it. And we've lost it on the final lap. That is annoying. We're going to come in 2nd then. And look at Looney's recovered to 3rd. So we haven't even gained that much on her anyway in the championship with Igor winning. With Anthony in 4th. He did not do a good job, Anthony, in that final lap. Should have held them all back. Made that the widest Toyotas, isn't that? Ever. Or is that a Fado Hummer? That's our Fado Hummer. It's already wide enough already. Could have blocked the whole track with David in 5th, Ted 6th, Bryce 7th, Barry not in last. Goes to Chris Hoffman. So we're up to 2nd in the championship as we head to the Ocotillo Run and the Canyon de Shady environment. And I feel like we need to win this race if we want to win this championship. So let's see what we can do on these 4 laps. Especially when we messed up, when we should have won that last race. Then Igor win on the final lap. But it's this environment. Don't think the Hummer's going to be very good round it. But it's getting a good run on David Binns. Up into 6th. And look at that, Chris Hoffman going into the scenery. So up into third. And once again, it's Igor and Looney at the front. No wonder we can't catch up to them if they keep starting at the front. There's no one to pass them. Apart from, of course, the Hummer. Let's see what the Hummer can do. We'll have to get creative with our passing as well. We want them to lose places. Such as that. Oh no, did we run over that rabbit? Not sure. And look at Looney. Almost 5-second lead already. So use the bank there to get onto the second lap. So our main rival, I believe, for the championship, she's just racing away. Does this? Probably knows that. If she just wins this race, she's probably won the championship. We are gaining now, finally. Using these banks well. This Hummer responding pretty well around this circuit, better than I expected. Especially considering you need to do a brake for a couple of corners. Well, I guess having all these banks as well to help steer the car around the course is helping. Go, go, go. As there goes the shocks and clutch, no surprise. And after that horrendous corner, just as we're catching up, have to mess up, don't we? We're going to the end of the second lap though, and the gap's still the same. So we're good in the first half of that. Just the second half we need to improve. To do a new record. And that's much better into the first corner, really gaining now. And Alicia. As there goes the engine. Might actually need to repair the vehicle on this lap. So have a good vehicle for the final lap. Look at that. Using the bank beautifully there. On the right. Trying to cut down the inside. Not working as there goes the tyres and brake. But we do take the lead. If only we didn't have that poor first race where we finished 5th. If we just pitted, could have maybe come back to steal a podium. You know, I'd know we'd be right in the title battle, but so we've heard second, we're not gaining a lot, unfortunately. And Igor in third as well, keeping the pressure up. As there goes the Hummer, look at this, just low riding again. Come on, repair me. Go. As Igor just punts us over. What an arsehole. Well, now he definitely lost the championship because he can't win this race. Now Anthony wants to get in on the fun. And there goes Ted. Get out of here, Anthony. And Igor has just cost us the championship, I think. Go on, let's get momentum going to summer. Let's at least finish second to keep the pressure up. Get back here, Igor. No, it's just karma for the first lap. So you're really gaining on him. Using the banking well there. I think we're going to run out of time. Or not, because he is smoking. Just go down the inside. Push him into the water. And there we go, finishing second. But unfortunately, our main rival won the race. Igor still finishing third despite swimming. Ted in fourth, David Binns fifth, Chris Hoffman sixth, Anthony seventh, Barry eighth, and Bryce at the back. As now we actually dropped to third. So who's leading? How have we dropped to third then if Igor's already ahead of us? But it's very close between the top three as you can see, and then everyone else is just fighting for fourth. So we might actually have a better chance than us think, because whoever wins that race wins the championship, I think. So let's see what we can do around the Prim Hills track and the Nevada environment. And I believe this is the track where we did our first race as well. And we got 5 laps. Lots of time. As there's Alicia starting at the front, then you got Bryce in second and Igor in third. So we've got some making up to do on this opening lap. We're already up to 5th. Almost into the back of Bryce as he tried to outbrake everyone. But Igor's dropping down. So go around the outside. I know Igor's trying to make it back up. Go on, Bryce, hold him off. No, don't hold us off. Hold Igor off. There we go. So we're up to second at the end of the opening lap. Got Looney leading though. Let's go under the roller coaster. Don't outbrake yourself into this corner. Use that bank in. There we go. Nicely done. Bryce doing a good job behind, holding off Igor. So we could at least finish second in this championship, but... No! Hummer, why do you decide to go on 2 wheels? You're not a motorbike. I know you want to, be thin, dream of being a motorbike, but you're not one, Hummer, okay? Stop it. As I did do all of the improvements after the last episode, I started to think rate reduction was a bit of a wrong choice, maybe. Because this car has decided to go on 2 wheels in virtually every race, or try to. And before it wouldn't. Look at that! As Bryce is doing a very good job in third. He set a new record, really gaining on the leader on this penultimate lap. Fortunately, you lose so much in the first part. We gain it back in the second, but that's it. It's just status quo. And now the Hummer's deciding to fly again. Why are you trying to fly? Ground is good, Hummer. Ground is good. There we go. Really gaining. Going on to the final lap. Door to door. Racing. Get out of here. Stop trying to punt us. But you do take the lead. And Bryce is into second. Go Bryce. Definitely turn into our friend this race. We've got Igor in third. Igor and Alicia battling for the podium. So we've won this race with a very questionable move. What does that mean for the championship though? Because Alicia did finish on the podium. Igor finished in third. Barry in 5th. Strange things happened this race. David Benton 6th, Chris in 7th, Anthony 8th, and Ted at the back. So we've won it. We've won the championship with that crazy move ahead of Igor. Bryce in 4th, Anthony 5th, Chris Hoffman 6th, David Bin 7th, Ted 8th, and Barry at the back. So we've unlocked the Looney Racing truck. I'm not sure why they gave that to us after that championship. They probably want to run us over it with it. As we've got the Rain Demenia Motorsports truck and Victory Motorsports 02. New sponsor, well, we don't have a sponsor, so let's add Fab Tech to our Hummer. And let's see what we've got to do next time out. Well, we've got another league. I believe that is the final Circuit Race Championship, the Justice Brothers Crusade League. That's a very American title, isn't it? So let's see if we can make it 4 from 4 next time out. Maybe drive a bit cleaner and nicer as well, so we can get consistent results and always be up there and grab more victories. But I hope you enjoyed this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.